Oh, hello. This is Moundmaker. And today, I'm back with another Elden Ring Nightreign guide. Today's topic is a new method for getting unlimited Murk. This is a follow-up guide to my original video on your screen. The reason I'm making this video when that one exists is number one, that method didn't seem to work for a lot of people. And number two, despite many claims that it was patched, it wasn't patched for me until the Forsaken Hollow DLC was released. So, the old method didn't work for everyone and has now been patched. But this new method should work for everyone, and I'm not sure that they even can patch it. Just some warnings before we get into it. This is not some instant glitch. If you're looking to hit a few buttons and have 1 million Murk, like some of those infinite glitches in Souls games, this is not going to be the video for you. This method takes time to set up. It's pretty much only doable solo or with friends who know what you're doing. So, are you still there? Great. Let's go over things then. This room here is what I call the Victor's Hall. It has a bunch of gold signs down in the grass. But what are the gold signs? Well, when you die in Nightreign, there's a chance your red body will appear in another person's game. The Codex calls these bodies fallen phantoms. If someone in another game interacts with your falling phantom, it will cause every item you had on you when you died to pop out of your body like you were a living treasure chest. Not that living treasure chest though, a good one. In the example you see on your screen, the poor guy died in the starting area, so only had one weapon on him. If I pick up this weapon from his fallen phantom and successfully defeat the Night Lord with that weapon still in my inventory, then my Victor's record will appear in that person's Victor's Hall, and it will appear with a gold sparkling dust above it, indicating it's ready to be touched. Interacting with that sign is intended to grant a one-time only 1,000 Murk reward, but there's a very simple way to make it so it's repeatable and can be interacted with more than once. This method has 3 parts that must be followed. First, make sure you have all 5 spots set for group passwords. In order to do this, interact with the expedition table and scroll over to matchmaking settings. You can then set up the 5 group passwords. These are the same 5 I've used since June. In order to get them, I just Googled group passwords for Nightreign and went with the first 5 I found. The second part of this method, you need to try to die at least once a run. And just to clarify, you do not have to fail your run. You simply have to die at least once. It can be on accident or on purpose. You have to be down and not be revived for it to count. The best time I've found to die is after defeating the Day 2 night boss. All you have to do is run a little into the storm. Like, just to the edge, enough so it starts damaging you. Then, die. Once you come back, pick up your runes and head to the Night Lord boss area. This is beneficial because your falling phantom will appear in the same area a boss appears, which is what you want. You want your phantom to appear in areas other players are likely to go. The other reason is at the end of day 2, you are more likely to have good weapons. which means other players are more likely to pick something up from you and carry it all the way to the Night Lord fight. If you want to be extra helpful, make sure you have as many winning graces as you can. This way, you're not only increasing the odds that you finish whatever run you're doing, you're increasing the odds that the person who picks up your weapon also picks up your winning graces, increasing their odds of defeating the Night Lord. Once you consistently walk into the Victor's Hall and see 3+ Victor records with gold dust sparkling above them, it's time to move on to step 3. Which some of you may have guessed by now, especially if you know your Dark Souls duping lore. And here's step 3 once you get to that point. Simply make sure you're connected online and go to the Victor's Hall. Make sure you see at least one Victor's record with the gold dust above it. Then, go offline. I play on Xbox, so I can tell you exactly how to get there. Simply go to Settings, go to Network Settings in the General tab, then select Go Offline. I checked Steam, and Nightreign is a game that can be played offline according to the database I looked at, so you should just be able to turn off your Wi-Fi or disconnect your Ethernet cable, or however you know to disconnect your computer from the internet. I'm assuming there's something similar for the PlayStation as well. Once done, you have about 5 minutes to do things before the game will kick you out and say you need an internet connection to play. Now, go ahead and collect the Victor's record. Then, reconnect your internet, quit the game, then log back in. Rinse and repeat, as long as you want. Each time, the Victor's records will reset, and when you disconnect and interact with them, the game rewards you with the 1000 Murk, but doesn't remove the Victor record like it should. This is because you're offline. And then when you log out and log back in, it resets. So that's it. That's all it is. And that's the easiest part. I made about 75,000 Murk in 45 minutes, testing this out to make sure it would work. And that's why I was recording clips for this video, as well as doing slow, dramatic walks to things. And since I've already done a very similar video to this one, I'm going to do a fax. I don't die, so this won't work for me. If you're so good that you can't even die on purpose, then you probably don't need Murk or even relics. But you may want to watch a video all the way through before commenting. Do you need to have passwords turned on for this to work? I believe so. Multiple people reported to me that they never got the gold dust Victor records after my initial video, and a few reported back that it started working after they copied the passwords I showed. So even though it doesn't say anywhere that you need to have the passwords turned on, it seems that you do. If any of you have gotten gold Victor records that were able to collect 1000 Murk from without having any password enabled, please let me know below. Why should I use this method when cheat engines exist? This is relevant to PC players for sure, but plenty of players also play on console. And on top of that, you clicked a video about how to get Murk despite seemingly already using cheats, so that's on you. I can make more than this just playing the game and doing good. No. I think it's reasonable to set the ceiling for Murk at 10 to 12k for an outstanding run that's deep in the night and getting the Great Hollow Seed and clearing all 3 levels of both towers. That's about as good as a run can get, and that'll be 37 to 45 minutes. I can make that same 10 to 12k Murk using this method in about 5 to 6 minutes. You are likely going to have more fun making Murk the intended way. But I do this while I'm watching TV or watching a movie, which makes sitting through loading screens a lot more bearable. I clicked on the Victor's record and it didn't give me any Murk. Then you must have clicked on one that didn't have the gold dust above it. The room is always full of victor's records. It's only the ones that have lots of gold dust above them that are supposed to give you Murk. If I'm on a team, does the team have to wipe in order for this to work? No. You just have to die without being revived once per run. The key is to not be revived if you're on a team. How many runs will I have to do before I start to see results? There's a lot of factors that go into that. I estimate you'll need to do 10 to 20 runs where you die at least once just to get one gold dust victor's record. You could get much better luck or much worse luck. Here are some reasons for the variety. It's possible that your body spawns into a world and no one ever sees it, or if they do, they choose not to pick anything off of it. This likely ends the spawn from appearing elsewhere. Or the person who picks up your item then fails the run, granting you both nothing. Or the person who picks up your items may choose to dump all their weapons at the end of the run if they kill the Night Lord, which sadly means you get nothing. For this reason, I don't think you should go out of your way to do runs just for this purpose, but instead just add dying on purpose to your daily runs, and eventually you'll see results in the Victor's Hall. So that's that. How to basically get unlimited Murk with just a little bit of work. If you have any other questions about this, feel free to ask below. If you figure out something new or you have other information to give me, leave that below as well. If it's not working or you want to report on the password thing, comment away. With that said, I'm Moundmaker. Thanks for stopping by. Take care.